Well, anesthesia finally has gotten back to me. It's been weeks. Finally know if I'm cleared or not. And before we go through that, I'm going to read to you guys my process of trying to figure out if I was cleared or not. Because as we know, my numbers are low and they're dwindling, and the longer the time goes on within the process, the more scared I'm getting. Because the last time I went to the doctors at my fertility office, my levels were 0.13 instead of 0.4. So I had the conversation with the fertility therapist, and we know how that went, where they told me the 0.4 is really the lowest, that it seemed to be the most successful. And even then, she went through multiple trials of having it be unsuccessful. So I'm a little worried. So I'm going to read to you guys the process of trying to get into contact with anesthesia, because it was a process. So this is about a week, maybe a week and a half after I went to the office, sent them a message and said, it's been a little since I've been contacted to know on if I'm cleared or not by anesthesiology. I would also like to acknowledge whether I am moving forward with a low number. And the therapist, I skipped a line. I would also like, if possible, if we can acknowledge whether I will be moving forward with freezing my eggs with my AMH level is 0.1333, blah, blah, blah. I understand 0.42 was a low number, and the therapist I spoke with for knowledge on the process talked to me about how that is usually the lowest number wanted for a successful procedure. If this is the case, I am fine with being told I cannot move on over the phone versus making an appointment, because I don't want to go in and waste my time and then have to pay for an office meeting or a consultation out of pocket just for you to tell me that we're not going to move forward with the process. Just call me. Just email me. I don't care. And then they responded the next day. I apologize for the delay in getting notified about your anesthesia clearance. Our anesthesia coordinator is not in office today and will be back in office around Wednesday. I will be sure to leave her a message and get back to you with an update next week. Okay, so that was the 31st. I contacted my doctor in between that about my levels because they did not acknowledge them. So I had sent him a message saying, I was wondering if you would advise moving forward now that my current blood levels show my AMH level is a 0.166 ng/ml. I just copy and pasted that. I thought it was 0.13. Either way, if it is not advised to move forward with the process, I am comfortable being told through the patient portal message or a phone call rather than come in for an appointment. And this is their answers. Mixed answers. Obviously, the number is low, showing that your ovaries are older than they should be, so freezing makes sense. However, the number is low enough that we won't get as many eggs as we want, so it won't be as good of an insurance policy as we would like it to be. So you may need many cycles to have a reasonable number of eggs frozen, which is a lot of time, effort, and cost. But if you were to freeze eggs sooner, it would be better than later. A future option of donor eggs will always be available, but with no rush to do that. Hope this helps. And I just noticed there's a lot of spelling errors, which is not like my doctor, so this was made in a rush. So that's I contacted them around September 1st, which was 2 days after anesthesia had got back, or a day after anesthesia had got back to me, 2 days after I messaged them. And then anesthesia, I sent them another message about a day ago, and it's been a week since I've talked to the doctor, so it's been another week of waiting on anesthesia. And I said, hi, it's been a little since I said, hi, I've been waiting on an anesthesia clearance for weeks now. I've contacted y'all previously, which you responded with, you'll contact anesthesiology. I was just wondering if you've contacted them, if there's a direct way I can contact them. I would appreciate any information as I don't have a lot of time to do these procedures. I've attached my previous message, which I attached the previous message. And then they responded literally an hour later saying, and this is from the anesthesia clearance person. So they forwarded it to her, and then she responded to me. She said, I spoke with both of the doctors this morning. They are going to give me a final answer today, so I'll reach out either later today or in the morning, depending on what time I hear from them. I apologize for the delay. So, for all of these weeks, I feel like I've just been a discussion to these doctors on whether it's okay to put me not even fully under, um, and whether it's okay to go through with this procedure. I mean, she called me today and she said that I am cleared to go and to move forward and to keep my phone handy, keep my portal message handy. I'm gonna get a lot of calls, a lot of starting the process. And she asked me when my cycle was, and I was like, well, I did unfortunately start it, so my next cycle is in about 8 to 10, max 12 days. She's like, okay, that's perfect. So call us back when you get your cycle. You'll get a bunch of calls then, but we'll start the process when you start the cycle. And I'm definitely worried that my AMH level is lower than 0.16. It's been over a month, and within a month it dropped to 0.30. So, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to move forward with. I was really, with how long anesthesia was taking to get back to me, I was really kind of accepting the process of being told it's a no and being told that I can't move forward. So now that I got the opposite answer that I was prepared for, I'm kind of confused on if I should even kind of continue moving forward. I don't know. I'm just lost. I don't even know if it'll be worth it. I was hoping just to be able to get to do one and hopefully get at least one egg and call quits. Because I can't afford 3 procedures. And now I have to get multiple procedures guaranteed to even have a chance. I mean, I always knew that was kind of the case, but now it's like, if I decide to move forward, I really don't have a choice after the first procedure in saying whether I want to do it again or not. I mean, you always have a choice. But it's like, if I want to give it a fair shot, then I don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have the money for this. I mean, I've been so thankful for the people that have supported the GoFundMe, because it's helped me get through the bill so far, because insurance-wise, I called them, they said they'd cover it. It hasn't started yet, or it's not as much as they said it was going to be, because the bills are still high. And, I mean, we'll see after the copay if the copay is fully paid off, and after, if it takes effect. But I can't afford 3 surgeries. I can't afford 3 procedures. I can't afford it, even if insurance is covering the large amount it's covering. Not with looking to move and my life changing so drastically right now. My income is gonna change. Everything is gonna change. Just like, I feel like where I am now, I wish I was 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, or however long ago it was, because I should have done it then. I should have done it with the money I started Ficlusion with, but I'm glad I started Ficlusion. I would never take that back. I put my heart and soul into something for so long, and I'm so glad I made it. And, it's not as successful as it needs to be for me to continue with the ways I want Ficlusion to go, but we will get there. I have hope in that. That money would have just been towards this, and I don't even know if I want kids. I mean, I do, but I don't. Like, my entire life, I determined that I wasn't gonna have them, and if I was disabled this way, because it was gonna be too difficult. I watched my baby sister grow up. The mental toll it has on me, let alone my child. It feels so selfish. Oh my God. And then at 16 you decide, okay, basically you can't do it, or it's really high risk, so you're not gonna do it. And then TLC and I'm Shauna Rae gives it like a second push, a second wind, and kind of wants you to go through with the procedure, and then pulls the rug from under you. And you're stuck alone doing it by yourself. I just don't know what to do because I can't afford it. And no matter where I am in life now, it doesn't mean that's what I'm gonna want. Like, what if I decided I wanted kids and I wanted my egg, and I don't do it? I feel very alone in this process. Like, my significant other, he always is like, I'm by your side, whatever you choose to do, whether you decide to do it or not. But I don't feel like they fully are, because they're not going through it with me. They're not going to the doctors. They didn't have the conversations I had about babies growing up. They didn't have that pressure on them. They're not female. They never had those typical female pressures of, here's a baby doll and take care of it, and one day you're gonna be a mom, and one day you're gonna be having to care for children, and you're gonna have to carry them in your belly, and like, there's such weird expectations growing up. Whether they were forced or not, like, it was just different for male versus female, especially where I grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Like, a little back couple years, like, in my opinion, I feel like the music is still behind. So it's only right the mindset's a little behind. I just always wanted to be more as a female. And I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, I could be okay either way, but there's a part of me that's like the expectations and the what if. It's the what if, like, what if life doesn't go the way I'm planning it right now, and, you know, things turn topsy-turvy and I end up in a completely different mental space, and I really wanted my eggs. And I don't know. I feel like I'm just spinning. Ugh. I'm just gonna keep spinning and cycling, and I gotta process this, and I gotta mourn some of it. That's the issue, is like I'm constantly in mourning of my body. I feel like I'm constantly reviving and mourning a part of my body and a part of my future. It's like letting something go and then bringing it back and letting it go again and bringing it back. It's just that cycle is killing me more than whether or not I'm doing it. I don't know. I feel so lost and confused. I'm gonna figure it out, though. The next step is waiting for the doctors to call me and starting my cycle and, you know, moving forward with drugs if I choose to do so. So we will see if I decide to move forward with IVF and freezing my eggs and starting the drug process. It is the process that I probably have the most interest in doing, because I love medical stuff, but I don't know if I want to do it to my body if it's not worth it. You know, I am the test subject. I'm not the nurse practitioner that I will be talking to. Probably have more fun if I was the nurse practitioner. So we'll see. But I hope you enjoyed this video. There's the GoFundMe if you would like to help me out with this process, because I feel like it's just getting slimmer and slimmer. I would appreciate if you did. I appreciate everyone who has so far. My heart is with y'all. The GoFundMe is in my link tree. The GoFundMe is in any link you probably see on social media. And it's overall called The Medical Journey because any funds that don't go to IVF freezing, if I decide not to go through with this procedure or if I get more funds than necessary, will be going towards my dental and any other medical procedures I have to go through because of my dwarfism and my previous brain cancer and chemotherapy. Because there's more each day, it seems like. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have the best, most amazing day. I hope this has helped, and I just hope to see you guys in the next video. Much love, stay beautiful, stay positive. Bye, y'all.